All right, so now that we've gone over the version 4 changes for SW9s, we got to look at the massive buff slash semi nerf for the character. And when I mean buff and nerf, the buff I'm talking about when it comes to her talent, increasing the crit rate that you would be gaining from the hidden MMR once for every point of hidden MMR you gain, you're going to be getting 0.4 crit rate. And once you get to 100% crit rate, then the hidden MMR will increase the crit damage by 0.8. That's the buff I am talking about. The nerf that I'm talking about is that you have to get over 160 speed with the character to increase the elation by 50%, and you need to be able to get an excess of 100 speed to get the full 50% increase. So how exactly are you gonna do that, right? Well, I already closed it, but so SW9's base kit has a base speed of 110, and she gains 9 from her inherent level increases, traces, all of that fun jazz. So you're looking at 119. However, when using her light cone, you would be getting an increase of 18%. And in order to calculate that, right, you need to be able to, my calculator's not going to show up, but you need to be able to multiply the 110 times 18%, and you're looking about a 19.8% increase to her base speed. That's not including the additional increase that she herself gives. So that will jump up. So if we do the 110 plus the 9 plus, we'll just say 19 with her light cone, not including any other speed increases that you would ideally want to get for her, you're looking at 138 speed with the light cone at S1. If you get speed boots, then obviously you'd be adding an additional 25. You're looking at 163 speed just from those 3 sections alone. And because of that, you have 3 additional speed. Guess what? You multiply that 3 and the 2%, and you have an additional 6% elation damage increase. Is that great? Not really. And I do think that increasing the speed trace in order to boost her overall damage is a little bit of a negative. Does that outweigh her inherent increase to her talent? Not necessarily, especially if you're going to be running her in a team with Yao Guang with her light cone, because you'd be further increasing the crit rate by 10% and the crit damage by 30%. So massive increases, and allows you to get closer to that pivotal 100 crit rate, so that all the additional hidden MMR goes towards the crit damage. And it's really worth noting that you do have a cap of 240, right? And so this won't be as much of a pain. That's why I'm saying this is a buff to her, because of the fact they boost the actual, boosts for her, and then they capped it at 100%. So that is very, very good. That means that you can try to build your SW9s in 2 ways, really. You can focus on the speed aspect to boost her overall elation damage, or you can focus on crit rate with some speed to try to maximize the crit damage increase. So those are the 2 different ways you can go about doing it. And like I said, having the 3 different aspects to her kit at E0 S1, you're looking at, if you don't get any other speed rolls right in your entirety of your relics or ornaments, you're looking at 163. Realistically, you're probably going to be looking at like maybe 170, maybe 180. So you're looking at a, you further increase that 2%, let's say you get the 180, right? Well, that's an additional 20. You're looking at an additional, you multiply that 2% by, or divide, I'm sorry, divide it. And I mean, is it really worth it for the elation boost? I don't know. I think you're looking more so towards this aspect of her kit to boost her overall damage so you can get the most out of SW9s.